Hear the voice of reasoning. Nigeria, our green, white, green.
On the 14th of May 1990 at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, Nigeria, the late Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa, stood in front of thousands of Nigerians to appreciate Nigeria for what Nigerians did for South Africa. It was captured, it was documented. You can find the clips. I've shared these clips here several times.
From the government and the people of Nigeria, on the basis of this crowd here, on my way from the airport, I was met by thousands of cheering Nigerians, which convinced me that I was not only among friends, but I had come home. I was last year in Nigeria in April 1962. Equally important, as you know, I have been in prison for 27 years. Many countries, many governments, many organizations, many individuals called for my release. Loudest in that call was the government and people of Nigeria. Nigeria has given us a lot of financial and material support. They have assisted us not only in the form of funds, and in that respect, they have been among the most generous donors to our coffers. They have also assisted us in the form of teachers, doctors, architects, and they have given scholarships to our children to study in the universities of this country.
Yes, I don't post these old clips to persuade South Africans or reason or even argue that we helped them. Far from it, we are done doing that. I do not know about others, but majority of us as Nigerians and Africans at large will keep pushing these videos in your faces as South Africans to constantly remind you that you are ingrates. We will still push these videos in the faces of your generations to come as a reminder that help is not cheap, and to remind them that their suffering or their future abandonment by other Africans stemmed as a result of their ancestors' ingratitude and backstabbing nature. Dear South Africans, at this point, you are a bunch of ingrates.
Music is life, music is spirit. Let the goddess of inspiration.
In 1988, 100 Nigerians came to Zambia, and I was part of the leadership. They came to back up Zambia as frontline states, even though they are in Nigeria.
At first at 77 when I was 23, and I'm now 73.
Are you part of this?
We brought in a fantastic poetic recital which moved everybody. In the audience, we thought we had gone wrong. People were not clapping. When we came out, people were crying because we told them the suffering of South Africa. In 1988, 100 Nigerians came to Zambia, and I was part of the leadership. They came to back up Zambia as frontline states, even though they are in Nigeria. Fantastic work. At that time, we were so high up. Zambians, please wake up. They have done what we have been dreaming all along.
I do remember some Nigerians complaining that we should not be televising how we helped foreigners or how we helped people, that it is wrong. Well, while I understood your points, we currently live in a world filled with backstabbing, narcissistic, ungrateful, hyenic humans who would only want to eat from you in their poverty and in their suffering, gain some muscles just to use that muscle to strangle you. Listen to me. Anyone who wish to televise their help should do so. In fact, keep receipts, yes. Laminate it, protect it, make copies, write it in your journals, preserve it, because the kind of women that exist in some nations today will surprise you. We live in a world where you will help someone, help them fix their place or their home, yet in your demise or in your old age they will come after your own children to loot what your children had gathered. That is the kind of world we live in today.
I think the problem is that we forget that white people today have the option of tapping out, right? So you can sing Jabulani and you can dance, but then you can also remove yourself from the lived experiences of the culture that you're trying. I'm sorry, I'm speaking. From the culture that you're trying to represent. That doesn't make you a bad person. It's just the truth of the situation. And I think in South Africa, this is really what the conversation needs to be about. We need to talk about, why did apartheid end? Why did colonialism end? It didn't end because people's perspectives and behavior changed. It ended because it was expensive. It ended because white people couldn't travel anymore. It ended because they couldn't go and play sports, because entertainment for white people was over. Therefore, they needed to bring equality. That's not, we need to be honest. We must be honest about this. So for me, when we want to have this conversation, it's easy to say, let's talk about the Rainbow Nation. Of course, you can look forward if your life was never tainted by the experience of apartheid. Of course, you can look forward. It's not the same. And that's the experience of being black, constantly having to reconcile your existence, reconcile your humanity, and demand respect and demand a level of humanity, as opposed to what other people just get automatically by being white. That's the reality. You don't have to label it as racism if you don't want to, but it is what it is.
For those of you who think that these South Africans do not know what they are doing, error, they knew the truth. They also have the evidence, but because of their generational wickedness, born out of greed, out of laziness, out of their betrayal nature, they will hide under the theme ignoramus to perpetuate their wickedness. But despite their wickedness, it won't change who we are as Nigerians. See, don't get pressured into being wicked or being mean towards others as Nigerians, because it is not who we are. Kindness, being grateful, showing gratitude is our trademark as Nigerians. We must remain distant from others. It is why we are always progressive when compared to others. Now, I will show you a clip. I want you to listen properly, and do not forget to share this video. Share this video to your loved ones, to your friends, even to your enemies.
Have you been targeted in Nigeria? Has anybody said, you're South African, right? We'll get you.
So that's happened. I was leaving Lagos. I was going to Abuja, and I almost missed my flight. And you know how it is now. Please, I'm so sorry. Like, please, please, please. And they wanted to help me. And then I gave them my passport. And the ladies was like, I'm not helping her. Literally. Like, I'm not helping her. Did you see her passport? And the man was like, ah. One man came out from the back and said, help her. Show her that we are not like her people. And that's why they helped me. That stuck with me, because that's what the man said. The man said, if we do it, there is a message that she can go back and take back to South Africa. And they helped me.
What airline was it?
This was... Why am I forgetting? This was Arik.
It was Arik.
This was Arik Air.
Well, Arik Airlines, this was not planned. But whoever that man is, thank you.
This was Arik Air, actually. It was Arik Air. Literally came out from the back and said, no, help her. Show her that we are better people. And literally, they did it for me, and I was like, yeah, that hit where it needs to hit. But yeah, I've had backlash both sides, Nigeria, South Africa.
We are not showing this clip to convince you that we are good people. We just want you to know that we are not like you. We are humans. Many South Africans live in Nigeria, and they do businesses in Nigeria. They go about their daily life with no harassment. For this young lady, first, she was at fault. So it is not about questioning her arrival or her nationality. It was the fact that she was late. And on a norm, even a VIP may not be granted access. Now, they wanted to help her out of their own kindness as she pleaded, but something was glaring at them. The wickedness of South Africa was glaring at them. The xenophobia of South Africans glared at these individuals. This is someone whose brothers and sisters are shamelessly running around the streets of South Africa, attacking, looting, and even buying foreigners. This is someone whose brothers and sisters claim that people should go back and fix their nation. Meanwhile, their sister here couldn't fix her damn time. She couldn't fix her time management, yet pleading to be assisted by the same people whose brothers are beaten up and dealing with on the streets of South Africa. She doesn't deserve help. But a message was sent, a message that these South Africans will not even understand, because listen, many of them do not walk around with their brains. If you go to the comment section of this video, you will not be shocked. You can only be shocked if you don't know South Africans. So many of them were staring blankly. They were confused. They did not even understand the message.
Hi everyone. So the Human Rights Commission has taken me to court in my personal capacity, taken our lawyer to court, taken March and March to court, and some of our members, as well as Operation Dudula. And they have cited us as respondents because they are saying that the police need to arrest us for stopping illegal immigrants in hospitals who are here for all kinds of reasons besides emergency health care. And ideally the South African Human Rights Commission, that's supposed to be protecting our rights to life and making sure that the law is being upheld, is the very same commission that is now wanting to aid and abet illegal immigrants in the country instead of making provision for them to be deported and taken back to their countries of origin.
But one thing is sure, this lady might have been lucky today, but may not be lucky tomorrow. South Africans all over the world, outside their nation, outside their country, should fix their characters, should fix their life, and still prepare for karma. You may not get it from Nigerians today, but other Africans aren't like Nigerians, so be prepared.
There is no country that has made sacrifices for humanity like Nigeria. We were in the forefront of the struggle against apartheid. Nigerian salaries, civil servants, part of their salary was cut to pay ANC to continue fighting. We gave scholarship to South Africans to come to Nigeria and study in Nigerian universities. We gave money to Mandela during the struggle. And then for all these things we have done, Nigeria has not been paid a dime. And then somebody somewhere will look at you and call you a nation of criminals. Before our independence, Nigeria was in Congo. We stabilized this country. After our independence, we were in Tanzania. We provided troops in Lebanon in 1978.
Yes, indeed.
Nigeria.
Peacekeeping.
Before our independence, Nigeria provided 45,000 troops to World War II. We helped free Europe from the hand of Nazi. Nigerians fought in East Africa. Nigerians fought in Burma. Nigerians fought in China. Nigerians fought in Germany. Lives of Nigerians were wasted. Put that aside. Come forward to 80s. Look at what we did in Liberia. Look at what we did in Sierra Leone. We were there under Colonel Olagunye Onilola. He was the head of UNISOM that brought peace to Somalia.
As for good South Africans trying their best to make ends meet from being employed by foreigners in other nations, well, it is a pity that most of you will be subjected to pay for the crimes of your people who are lazy and unemployable, mixed with bad character.